y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Patty, for those of you who do not know. And today we are getting into a video talking all things about Barcelona, Spain. If you've been following me for a while, then you know I recently posted a vlog of my trip to Barcelona. My friend and I were there for a week for her 30th birthday, and listen, a time was had, and so many of you started hitting me up in my DMs, so asking me all of these questions. So I just felt it was necessary to give you like a little recap, 10 things that I was surprised about, I feel like you would want to know. And I know y'all hate these long drawn out intros, so we're gonna get into it, okay? So the first one is that I would say everybody kept asking about the crime, the pickpocketing, safety, all of that, right? So y'all, I am going to be completely honest, y'all. There were so many videos talking about the pickpocketing, snatching cell phones, that it really had us a little bit on edge. I had went online to Amazon and I got us some of those money bags that you can wear underneath your clothes. I do highly suggest them. They have the ones that look like fanny packs, and you just put them underneath your shirts and stuff. And they also have that, what do you call it? That blocking agent that helps people coming by who have those, I call them the scammer devices that can grab your information. So it does have that type of block. They also have ones that hang around your neck. There's just loads of different types of devices, bags that you can hide underneath your clothing. And those bags I got for $7, but we actually did not use them. I do want to go ahead and tell y'all, we went in November. We were there from, need to make sure I'm telling y'all right. Okay, we were there from the 9th into the 16th, so a full 7 days, 6 nights. And it was an amazing time. But y'all, they even have devices, y'all, where you can hook to your cell phone, and it has like, it's like a string you can keep around your wrist, okay? I would say to follow those standard procedures you're seeing in all these other videos that are telling you to be careful about your cash, your cell phones. Like in the US, that's where I'm based. I'm not sure if I said that or not. Y'all know that we have hooks under the bar where we will put our bags, our purses. Sometimes we might go to the bathroom, you got a friend there, and just leave your phone on the table. Don't do that. Don't do that. We didn't have any issues whatsoever, and I don't know if it's mostly because we're African Americans. I don't know if it's because we just are aware of our surroundings. But yeah, that in the summertime apparently it's crazy, y'all. Like, even they were saying certain areas when you're carrying like cameras, which I was a little nervous about because we were vloggers. I felt like we were attracting a lot of attention to ourselves. But I do feel like we went to a lot of really safer places, which I'll have listed the places here. They're also in that vlog. Definitely keep your head on a swivel. I know people say that, but like for real, y'all, like I don't personally play about that. I grew up in this city. I also went to VCU, which is part of, you know, downtown Richmond. I work catching the bus. I've had men do weird things at nighttime, waiting on buses and things on myself. So for me, it's just natural for me to be in a new environment, and I'm constantly just watching around myself, you know, watching who's coming up close to me. Anytime my friend was at her phone while we were outside walking, I was not. Especially at night, especially in the Gothic Quarter. I hope I'm saying that correctly. The Gothic Quarter is where they have a lot of the flamingo shows. That's where the Moco Museum was, which was so fun. But that's definitely an area I could see somebody coming to swipe you because you're looking around for your tickets in your phone. You're looking at the signs and stuff. It's just easy for somebody to walk up on you. Definitely do not put any money or your cell phones in your back pocket, okay? One person in the phone, do not be in your phone, okay? Even sometimes when we were looking for directions, like walking, just Google directions from one place to another, if we needed to stop, I stopped with my back against a wall. I'm not stopping in the middle of alleyways. I need to know what's about to be coming up on me while I'm looking for things. When we went to Plaza Catalonia, there was loads of people. Huge shopping area. That's another area where I feel like somebody could easily walk up on you. And again, it's just my natural inclination when I'm seeing a lot of people to pull my bag closer to me. I wore crossbodies that could close completely. I didn't wear like any type of open baggage or purses that had openings at the top, because I just didn't want to constantly feel like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I didn't want to feel like that. I would suggest if you're staying at hotels, my personal recommendation is to utilize the safe. Putting your passport in there, put one, bank card in there just in case something happens. You have another backup, safe payment method readily accessible. If you have any more questions about the crime, things of that nature, drop it down in the comments and I will answer. Okay, so number 2 is diversity. Y'all, we were shocked. Forgive the ignorance, but I was so shocked to see how diverse Barcelona really was. It was refreshing and I loved it. I think if you've been watching my channel for a while, or if this is your first video, you might not know that I love being in environments with people from various different cultures, speak various different languages. I mean, y'all, we saw everything. We saw Asian people, we saw other Spanish people, we saw Middle Eastern, African, we saw it all. I would say that, I guess I'll flow into the next, question that we were also kind of getting was about like racism. I personally did not feel a lot of racism there. I want to be very clear and very specific with my words, because just because that was not my experience does not mean that does not exist, okay? I'm not a fan of gaslighting people when they're talking about their experiences with racism, and I want to make that very clear. There was a gentleman that walked up to my friend and was just like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, can I please take a picture of you and with you? And there was another person in passing that was like, oh wow, are you American? But I didn't feel that way. I was born and raised in the South. I know some people further south don't feel like Virginia's the South, but that's where the capital of the Confederacy was. And I have been in environments, further south, parts of Mississippi and such, where you definitely feel like you in a sundown town, where you feel like, where is the Green Book? Where is that? Where you get that really uncomfortable feeling of like, yo, I gotta get out of here. It feels like this is where they still be lynching people. Like, if you know, then you know what I'm talking about. I did not feel that there. I did not feel that there at all. I think some of that's due to some of the places we went to. We went to touristy spots. We went to Instagrammable places. We stayed at Nobu, Barcelona, the hotel. My friend found it, picked it out, and it was a very nice hotel. So I do believe sometimes those things can play a factor. But that's not what we felt. And also, we didn't go in the poppin' summertime where everybody's at the beaches, those types of parties and such. So in my experience, I did not feel that there. But again, that just was not my personal experience. Okay, y'all. So the next one is when it comes to like reservations at restaurants, I highly recommend it, y'all. Especially if you're going in the summertime. These restaurants book up. Even the ones that we went to while we were there, y'all, get the reservations ahead of time. One of the things that I absolutely loved is that I felt like Barcelona was very, very welcoming to tourists. A lot of times when you're going to look at these menus, they had menus in English. When you were looking at them in the phone, they had them in, various other language options. When it came to making reservations, they have the drop down for your country code. It was very, very welcoming, and it really made me feel bad for people when they visit the US. I was like, dang, we're just not for the people. Okay, so I'm getting a little confused, y'all. I'm not sure what number we are on, but transportation. So we mostly utilized taxis. We didn't really take the train or the bus. Well, we did do a site bus, which was really, really cool. You were able to get a ticket and have access for like 24, 48 hours. But we really, really took taxis, which I would say budget for, but honestly and truly, when you hear people say like, oh, Barcelona is so walkable, y'all, it kind of is. I'm not gonna hold you. But when people say that, they do sometimes mean walking 30, 40 minutes. So I will say that. Their transportation comes really often, very quickly, more quickly than I have seen it in some parts of our country here. But very, very easy to access. If you're looking for taxis, I would definitely tell you, walk along the streets that have heavy traffic. Go closer to where the hotels are, you'll be able to find them. I think the longest we ever waited trying to find one was maybe 15 minutes max. But on the range, I would tell you we're able to get one within 5 minutes. So that was really cool. And also another thing to note about Nobu Hotel, it's right in front of a major train station. So there's buses and taxis like right there. It's a taxi stand right there, which was so helpful to us. Okay, so next on our list, y'all, we're gonna talk about the day trip excursions. So my friend booked our day trip excursions through Airbnb Experiences. That's when we went to Monastrell. I'll have it on the screen because I know I murdered it. I'm so sorry. But that's also where she utilized to book us on the yacht that we went out on. And y'all, they did not disappoint, okay? They did not disappoint. I think I actually forgot to put the links of the actual ones we did. So I'll definitely have it here, and I'll definitely update that description box. But that tour, y'all, that day trip, you gotta do it. Like, you have to do it. You'll get back in a good time in the afternoon around 2 or 3, so you can still have the rest of your day. But when I tell you, the pictures and the videos do not do it justice. It does not do it justice, y'all. It was so beautiful, though, that we really sat there and cried. That's how beautiful it was. It was such an amazing experience. Our tour guides were amazing. They had options in English as well as Spanish. I would like to say, because I think I completely forgot, that the official language is Catalan. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'll have it, down here. It's not actually the Spanish. And do not refer to it as a dialect, okay? They will be very, very, very upset. It is extremely offensive to refer to it as such, okay? Do want to make that very, very clear. Preferences versus hotel versus Airbnb. I have not had the best experiences with Airbnb outside the country. Some people have, and it's been amazing. But I had a bad experience, and it kind of spoiled things for me. I definitely think it's cool. Check it out, read your reviews. I'm partial to hotels. First and foremost, because your girl gets hangry, okay? I get hangry real bad. And sometimes my eating schedule is not always aligned with whoever I'm traveling with. And I needed to have a restaurant, a little place I could get me a little coffee, a little snack. For me, I also like the safety aspect of it. They have cameras watching you go in and out. State of the world, the way things are with sex trafficking and all these various things. I like that there's going to be a record of that. I also like that there's concierge. I like that there's somewhere I can go and ask questions and recommendations. So I'm a little bit more partial to hotels, but we met plenty of people who were staying at Airbnb, so definitely would say that. Okay, next up, oh, and also one of the biggest reasons I also like hotels, y'all, is I like being able to drop off my bags if I get there before check-in time. And a lot of times with Airbnb, you can't do that. So like for us, we landed at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and we technically weren't supposed to check into our hotel until 3 p.m. However, they did have the room ready for us early at 11 a.m. So we only had to wait a little bit, but when you get there, they hold your bags. So you can change your outfit if you want to, use the restroom and begin your activities, go to explore. You can't really do that with Airbnbs. Like you're kind of set to that time that you're able to check in. And that's another huge factor as to why I'm partial to hotels. Also, Airbnb can drop you at the last minute. I don't know if a lot of people know that or have had that experience where a person may cancel your reservation while you were en route and then you don't have anywhere to go. Yeah, I've had some experiences. We talked about the city being walkable. Do you need cash? Okay, so I really don't feel like you need cash, y'all. We did not take cash out at all. Absolutely at all. We just used our debit credit cards the entire time. And that kind of rolls into the next thing. Well, for me, I just didn't want to take out cash and potentially have it stolen. And it's kind of like, how's your, usually when somebody takes your bank cards, they take money, fraud, your bank will refund you for that. But when you can't cash, you just kind of hit. So I did not want to go through that, y'all. I did not want to go through that. 2, it's quick to cut off, your card if you were really depending on all that cash. Again, I would say utilize the safe if you're going to bring it and only bring out like what you would need for that day. But just because the pickpocket situation is what it is, y'all, I personally was like, I don't want nobody to see me pulling it out. No. Absolutely not. I did not want to do that. So I really don't feel like you need cash at all. There's plenty of banks and ATMs around if you needed to get cash out. But I really don't feel like you needed that. Oh, the weather. Okay, that's the last one I wanted to talk about, y'all. The weather in November was absolutely perfect. We were not sweating. We could wear like sleeveless or light, something light like this during the day. During the day, it felt so good. So good. It wasn't muggy and humid. It was perfect. And if you got on like the bus and you set up at the top, you will get a nice cool breeze. And when the sun goes down though, it does get a bit cooler. I'm a person that runs hot, so I enjoyed it. There was one night we broke out our thicker jackets all to not even use it. But yeah, for sure. And the last thing I want to say is some people were asking if I felt like Barcelona was a place you could go on a solo trip. And I would say yes, however, if you are a person that hasn't experienced a lot of solo travel, if you are uncomfortable in large cities around a lot of people, and if you are not going to watch your surroundings, then I do not suggest you go by yourself at all, okay? Now, if you're a person that has traveled a lot by yourself, you grew up in an environment similar to mine where you just have to be more aware and cautious, then go do your thing. You'll be fine. Have a good time. It's a wonderful place. Be safe. I definitely feel like the place that y'all saw me get drunk was where I felt the most safe. I definitely feel like, where Paradiso is and where Monk Quarter, I definitely do not suggest going down there as a woman by yourself at night because it definitely feels snatchable. For sure, it does feel snatchable. It's definitely like, let me keep my eyes open. But when we went to Opium is like right beside like Carpe Diem. I think it's a place that starts with an S. The casino's over there. It's well lit. Plenty of taxis right out front. So I was like, all right, I feel good. I can let loose. I know how to get out where my surroundings. I don't feel enclosed. Lots of people standing outside. Not a lot as far as like a mall, but enough that I felt comfortable. It was well lit. I was like, all right, I can let loose now. And then just overall safety in general, being a woman, traveling somewhere, y'all, people trying to buy you drinks, go to the bar with them. Order for yourself. Don't be just taking random things from other people. I know sometimes other cultures can find that to be offensive, but I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know you. And sometimes people are smiling in your face and they could be up to some mischievous things. We met very, very friendly people there, y'all. To me, it felt like a cleaner New York. No shade to the people that live in New York, but when I go to New York, I just kind of feel like the pollution and the like you just feel like you need a shower. Lord forbid you wear sandals. You coming back, your feet is black. So I didn't feel like that. It felt very warm, very vibrant, very lively. Like I had an amazing time, and I definitely look forward to going back and experiencing that summertime nightlife. I really was sad that we didn't get to experience Carpe Diem's nightlife, but we went on like a Tuesday and the hostess was telling us like, yeah, you know, during this time of year, our parties really don't start till like Thursday, but in the summertime, we party every single day of the week. Beautiful, beautiful culture, y'all. I had an absolute amazing time. If I had to pick a city right now where I could see myself living, overseas, feeling very comfortable, I would like to do an extended stay in Barcelona, for sure. If you have questions that you feel like I didn't answer or that you want me to elaborate on, you know what to do. Drop it down in the comments, y'all, and I will be back for another travel vlog in January. So stay tuned for that, y'all. Bye.